Alright, welcome back. We're back in the city together with Niji. Niji, say hi. Niji. It's time to explore a bit again. See if we can find something interesting. So the first thing we already see is this awesome wall of vines. So many beautiful vines on this wall. If I can zoom out a bit. Isn't that beautiful? That's amazing. Look at these roots. Look at the roots of the vines. They're going all the way. Alright. They're going all the way up. That's pretty. Let's see what else we can find. Now look at this. We got another vine. Very beautiful vine. Although this one was not planted here, it's a wild one. And it I don't know where it starts exactly, but it goes all the way up. All the way up on this mast. You can see. Alright, let's go. So many weeds. More beautiful vines on the wall. Add some greenery to the city. That's nice. Now this is another beautiful thing that actually most people don't notice, and it's also part of the nature in the city, and it's this moss or this algae on the concrete. You can see the green. It's a bit shaded here, so this is where this green stuff really thrives on the concrete. And everybody walks on this every day, you know, but nobody actually notices it. They don't know that this is actually alive. Completely alive. What we walk on every day. Look at these vines. How they're just, how the roots are trying to attach themselves to the wall. It's really spectacular, isn't it? Nobody really looks at the details these days. And there's even some insects walking around. If you can see that. See? Walking around. This is the hidden life in the city. Look at that. Amazing. Look at all that life that's hidden from us, that nobody ever sees, here in the middle of the city. Isn't that just wonderful? Now we got this very big vine here, actually. A bit too big for the camera. Let's just go underneath. It has these spiky thorns, which is a bit hurtful, so we have to be careful. And they got these white, I don't know what you call that, roots. They got these roots coming out, hanging down, and it's just one big tangled mess here. Impenetrable. But it's nice because the insects and the birds and whatever else can just hide in there. hide from the humans who always seem to destroy everything and fuck everything up. So that's nice, isn't it? Let's see. Let's cross the street. Oh, now we just found another beautiful thing. Look at this. It's a fig tree which is native here, and it's just growing in the sidewalk. It's going to be a huge tree, and it's just growing in like the edge of the sidewalk. There's a little bit of soil there, as you can see. It's growing next to this grater, so it has water. And then there's this crack here, this crack in the sidewalk from this tree, this huge motherfucker, and he's just cracking up the concrete, and then the water will go through here, and this tree will benefit from that. See, the water goes through here and it will seep down here, so this tree gets some water. Its roots probably go, the roots probably go somewhere around there underneath. Yeah, this is just beautiful, this wild, amazing tree. Now this is the vine I was talking about that was underneath earlier. It's quite huge, and it has these beautiful pinkish reddish flowers that just brightens up everyday's lives. Now, there's so many things just going on here. Look at this. Look at this. Is this a vine? This plant growing through the roots, the crevice. It's growing in the crevice of this huge tree, this big ass tree. Not sure what tree that is actually. Now I've just noticed that up there, it's hard to see, but there's actually something growing on the tree as well. So just in this small street, we already have so many things going on. My dog. How are you doing, Niji? Huh? And most people don't see this. That's the weird part, huh? Nobody ever notices all these little plants in these crevices in the sidewalk. Now here we have an amazing tree as well. Now some of you druggies may notice this. It's called an Akasha tree or acacia. Some people call it acacia, I call it Akasha. Oh, and look, this is amazing. What a beautiful find for today. Hold on, need to get my dog straighten up so I can get higher. Now look at that caterpillar. Look at that. The caterpillar is just chilling in the tree. Hairy caterpillar. So as I was saying, this is called the Acacia confusa tree. And you got this tree is favorited by some DMT enthusiasts, because actually this tree is hallucinogenic. In the roots, in the bark of the roots, there's DMT, and in the leaves there's DMT as well, which you can extract. And if you mix that DMT with monoamine inhibitor, a Maui, well, you get fucked up, I can tell you that. And now another funny thing here is that we got these red ants. This camera is hard to zoom in, but these red ants are on this tree, and now they bite you and they sting. Hurts like hell. when they bite you. I've been bitten by them so many times in the forest and on the farm. But these red ants, they actually protect this tree. They make it their home, and they try to get rid of any intruders. The funny thing is that you can also eat them. Some people actually eat them. You can fry them. I have eaten them before. But yeah, the taste is not they taste a little bit like burnt rice. Yeah. Now, I don't know why, but some fool decided to put some iron wire on this tree. I don't know why. It's just hurting the tree. It sucks because this is an amazing tree, Akasha tree. But oh well. We got a little bit of grass here, some dog shit to fertilize this tree, some more dog shit getting decomposed. And this is the beauty of nature right here. Can't get any better than this one. Alright, let's go. Let's see what else we can find. Oop. Alright. So what we have here is this little heap of soil, and there are these trees growing inside it. This is not a native. Alright, my dog is going crazy, so let's just move on. That's the last opportunity right there. Well, you ruined it, Niji. I can't explain my trees. Oh, look at what we have here. Look at this mango tree. It's a little small mango tree. So there's no mango trees around here actually. So maybe one day somebody decided to eat a mango and they were done with it. They just threw the seed around here, just threw it into the garbage, and this mango tree started sprouting and growing into this garbage pile. You can see like that. You can see there's a little bit of fungi actually growing there and roots. So this rock here probably keeps in the moisture a little bit, so this tree can grow up, and the roots are protected from the sun. It's amazing little mango tree. Will it ever grow up? We will never know. That's the thing about it, right? You don't want to fall in there. Now this is something that makes me laugh. This is funny. Because look at this. Move your butt. Look at this tree. This tree actually has an edible fruit. You can eat the fruit. It's a little, sometimes it's a bit sweet, sometimes a bit bitter. But this is growing into this screw. Isn't that amazing what trees can do? Just growing right there into the screw. It just merged itself with this piece of concrete. Look, there's a little bit of algae here, a little bit of moss. And now look what is that? Now this is nature's great decomposer. It eats all the plant materials, the dead plant stuff. Yeah, these are good for the ecosystem. And it has this beautiful orange color. I really like this thing. I always get happy when I see these things walking around. So, and we don't just have one. It actually did it multiple times. See? Just right there, going through the cracks of the concrete. That's what these trees do. That's what these trees do. They find the smallest, tiniest cracks, and they start growing in it. It's just wonderful what they do. This is the power of nature, my friend. Just there's a chicken there. I don't know why. Just a random chicken. Just like this one. Oh, look. So you can actually see that this one, this tree, this fig tree, it has been cut. See, it has been cut before. So someone probably planted this palm tree, and there's some sewage water there coming out to feed this plant, this palm tree. And then this wild tree, this fig tree, started deciding to grow in here. But someone didn't like that, because someone doesn't like wild trees for some reason. So they started to cut it off, right? They cut it right there. But the tree is like, fuck that shit, I'm just gonna regrow. You can't kill me, fuck you. So yep, that's how it is. Niji, are you still okay? What's up with this chicken anyway? Hello, chicken. Alright, he's gonna get eaten someday. Well, now this is another thing that most people don't see. So you got all this, you can see all that water there, right? So you got all this moss growing. Moss loves water, moist environments. And you can see here all these cute little plants growing into the concrete. You see this wall, this concrete, it has all these like pores, right? These little cracks and pores and holes. It's perfect for the soil to accumulate into these little holes. And then once there's a little bit of soil, these plants can start growing. And the moss will also help to retain the moisture a little bit. So in this little area, this small side, this small concrete area, we have a whole ecosystem going on. The camera can't see it, but there's actually some small insects growing around, walking around, some ants, a bunch of critters. This is beautiful right here. It's like a whole universe. Imagine living inside of there, right? Well, maybe with a little bit more grass, you can live inside there if you smoke some grass. It's amazing. And you know what? You know what's the beautiful thing? It feels great. Just feel that. It feels great, right? I wish you can feel this. It just feels amazing to touch. Yeah. So that's alright. Let's continue seeing some more plants around. Let's go. You got some wild grass here. You can see it's the wild grass growing next to the road. The wild grasses grow everywhere. Someone has a little garden here with taro, some moringa trees, small ones, a mango tree, bunch of stuff going on. Getting a bit wild here. So another wild fig tree here. And if you look at this fig tree, it's not this one. There's no many fig trees here, and one of them has this rough leaf, but not this one. I thought it was this one. Alright. Now I really like this tree. We call it the Ipil tree here. And it's in one of the top 100 most invasive species. That's what they say in the whole world. It comes from South America, if I'm correct, and it grows so fast. It's one of the fastest growing trees I've ever seen. But it's a lot of people hate this tree because it just grows everywhere, but I love this tree because it's so good for biomass. It just keeps on growing. You keep cutting it, it grows back. It's just immortal almost. Keep cutting it, keep growing it, you get more biomass, you get more mulch, you get more organic fertilizers, and that's how you build up, you know. These are the first colonizers in a damaged ecosystem, and they actually help the there was a butterfly. See the butterfly? See, even in the middle of the big city, we still got plenty of insects here. Butterflies, flies, ants, caterpillars, you know, all the stuff. It's actually quite wild here. So yeah, you got these invasive species, so-called invasive, the ipil tree, and it's just growing here, and its leaves will fall down. Maybe it will fall down in a hurricane and a typhoon. The biomass falls down, it decomposes, it turns into soil. We got more plants going on. We got these vines here, this ground cover, which my dog is standing on. We got this ground cover, which is so what this ground cover does is you got this concrete right underneath here, right, and it's super hot. But when you put these leaves on, this ground cover, this vine, it starts reducing the temperature of the concrete. And so then what you get, it retains a bit of moisture. It reduces the evaporation rate, and then when the temperature is a bit cooler, you get these other plants that can grow, like this one, which is the butterfly was on this plant, this weed. So the butterfly is like that one, and you see it's just growing into the cracks again. So these plants are actually helping each other. Or at least this one is helping here, cooling down the temperatures, increasing the yeah, I think I've rambled enough about this one. You know what it does? It just helps the ecosystems get started. This right here in this city right here, it's already start of a great ecosystem. You got flowers here for the butterflies. If you keep this going for around 10 years, you start having big getting middle-sized trees, more vines. It starts spreading around. Another 100 years and you got yourself a small forest. This is a grass too. Everybody hates this grass, but you know, it's just it's spreading in the concrete. Its roots are all going underneath these stones. It's increasing the bioorganic matter in the soil. It's just wonderful, and people hate this grass, but actually what it does is it helps the ecosystem a lot. And you got all this moss here, you can see it. There's so many ants right walking down here. You got moss around. So but most people just walk by this and they don't ever notice it. But this is a huge, wonderful universe right here, a huge ecosystem. Well, I don't say, I mean it huge as in metaphorical, but it has the potential to be huge. That's what I'm saying. Just right here next to the sidewalk, nobody ever noticed it. Just the wonder of nature right here. Alright, I think another ipil tree growing into the crack. Well, I think it's time to move on, and I'll see you in the next videos. We'll see what we can find next, huh? Alright.